Now on WRDE Coast TV.
New details in the Trump indictment case. What's been revealed? A car crash in Millsboro this morning requiring paramedics and first responders. Details on the crash.
Bethany Beach is fresh off beach replenishment, but now some of the beach is tore up. Find out how lifeguards are dealing with it and what people think.
Well, we enjoyed an absolutely gorgeous end to the weekend here along the coast, but a few storms could impact the region early on Monday. I'll have your beach forecast coming up in just a few moments.
From the beaches to the bay, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV. Your local news at 11 starts right now.
Good evening, I'm Britt Leone. Welcome to Coast TV News at 11. We start tonight with new developments in the special counsel's indictments in the classified documents case involving former President Donald Trump. It's been reported that a Mar-a-Lago employee who oversees the property surveillance cameras received a target letter from federal prosecutors after Trump was first indicted last month. The sources say Yuscil Taveras met with investigators after Trump's indictment. While it's unclear whether he is cooperating with prosecutors, it's been reported that some of the new allegations against Trump that were included in the superseding indictment filed last week were based, at least partly, on information Taveras provided to prosecutors when he met with them. He is not currently facing charges in the classified documents case despite receiving that target letter. But in the meantime, Trump has denied any wrongdoing. A car crash in Millsboro this morning called for medics and first responders to rush to the scene. Take a look at this photo from the Indian River Volunteer Fire Company. First responders say this truck was in the Potnet's Lakeside development off Long Neck Road. Paramedics were called for vehicle stabilization, traffic control, and others. First responders say one person was taken to a medical facility and police helped control traffic. First responders say police are still investigating. And now we're on to weather, taking a live look into Ocean City with our Dry Tech Embers cam. It's a gorgeous night. Our First Alert meteorologist Alex Seymour joins us now. Good evening, Alex.
Good evening, Britt. Well, yeah, it certainly is a gorgeous night across the region, and we're going to continue with these pretty fantastic conditions for the next several days. There could be showers at times tomorrow, but it's not going to be a washout of a day. Most of the day is actually going to feature some pretty dry conditions. Gateway Subaru camera at the Commander Hotel, looking like a pretty quiet evening in OC. Temps sitting right around 72 degrees at this hour. Some of us down into the 60s already this evening. Gorgeous out there. 70 in Bethany Beach, 71 in Rehoboth Beach. We're down to 68 in Milton, 69 degrees currently in Georgetown. Dew points there in the 60s, so much more comfortable compared to what they were really over the last several days when we saw dew points in the mid to upper 70s to the low 80s. So tropical air is gone. Nice refreshing weather is here, and it's going to be sticking around. Sky is pretty much clear. So our UV index for tomorrow with sunshine at times, well, it's still going to be an 8, even though we do have that chance of rain. So that UV index forecast is brought to you by Face of Grace, practicing sun safety.
All right, thank you, Alex. Details for the upcoming funeral services for a local beloved man, Terry McGee, have been announced. He was the owner of McGee Motors in Georgetown and known for helping and participating on many boards and committees throughout Sussex County. His wife, Vanessa McGee, took to Facebook today, sharing how there are no words to express her sadness about his passing on Thursday due to a heart attack. And she shared some funeral service details. She shares funeral arrangements will be Wednesday, August 2nd. This will be at Sussex Central High School, a place she says McGee loved dearly. Visitation is from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. with a service afterwards. And a reception will be held after at Mulligan's Point. Sunday at the beach. The sun was out and so were people at Bethany Beach today. All was well, but if you were walking to the coast, you might want to watch where you're going. Coast TV's Carmen Holland shows us how no matter how much you try, Mother Nature will always have the last word.
When you first walk onto Bethany Beach, there's nothing out of the ordinary about it until you walk closer to the water.
It was a surprise. Everybody that I talked to, we were all looking at each other like, whoa, what happened?
Although fresh off beach replenishment, there is now large sand breaks separating the sand from the ocean.
And it's cut some of that sand that's been built up away a little bit, creating these sort of cliffs or these elevations a little bit from the water line. And it's caused a little bit of trouble with people getting up and down on the beach.
Robin Coburn is a first-time visitor to Bethany, and she said the cliffs to get to the water have been a pain.
It's harder as you get older. You need something a little flatter for older folks or more mature folks. It's a little challenging climbing up there.
While Andrew Joseph says it was an obstacle, but didn't stop the beach day.
There was little kids coming down, and they were crashing and falling down, but their parents would come over and they would go down gently. It wasn't high enough where you couldn't get off the beach and back onto the beach.
But even though the breakup of the beach may be a surprise for some, the Beach Patrol says this kind of thing just comes like the waves.
Whether we've had beach replenishment or not, we can see this a few times of summer, depending on how the surf's kicked up or what the tides are doing or what the wind's doing.
And with high hopes, Robin says,
I'll be back.
The Beach Patrol tells me that this dip, known as the berm, will eventually diminish with the beachgoers going up and down it and the tide coming in. In Bethany Beach, I'm Carmen Holland, Coast TV News.
Ocean City is investigating a theft that happened Saturday night. Police say around 10:30 p.m., the person you can see here in this photo stole from a boardwalk ice cream shop. Police are asking if you can identify that person. Contact them at 410-723-6610. Ocean City police are also investigating a serious assault. Police say the assault happened on July 15th around 2 a.m. It happened in the area of Dolphin Street and Philadelphia Avenue, and they say several people were involved. They ask you to report anything you may know in regards to the assault by calling the department. Again, their number 410-723-6610. Now that we're in the peak of the summer season, Bethany Beach police are reminding everyone of moped laws here in the first state. They say you cannot operate a moped on any public road without a valid driver's license. A license plate is issued and must be displayed and visible on the back of the moped. Mopeds cannot be driven on the walking or biking trails unless the helper motor is turned off. Mopeds must have a light on the front and back that's visible for at least 100 feet and a bell or another device that can give an audible signal. And helmets are required for moped drivers and passengers under 18 years old. Last but certainly not least, it's illegal to drive a moped under the influence of drugs or alcohol. While heading to the beach in Rehoboth today, President Joe Biden and the First Lady were welcomed with re-election chants. Supporters of Biden could be heard chanting 4 more years, to which Biden responded with a wave. After leaving the crowd, the Bidens made their way to the beach where they could be seen sitting side by side and reading under an umbrella. Bidens arrived in Rehoboth Beach on the 28th, and they're expected to return to D.C. on August 6th. We're just getting started. There's still time to adopt, a promotion from the Brandywine Valley SPCA. Slaughter Beach Canal Bridge, what projects and problems are ahead for that important connection? And potential parking changes coming to Dewey Beach, details you don't want to miss. We're back in just 60 seconds.
This show is here. Everybody put your hands together. I gotta talk to you now.
I left work to come.
You left work? They gonna see you. He's with me today. We're lighting up daytime, baby.
And you're gonna bless people every single day.
We're giving back, lifting each other up.
Something hits you in your heart.
We're doing it all. Yeah! Mama Hood, coming to the rescue.
Weekdays at 2 on WRDE.
Monday at 4 on Coast Life, embark on a sailing journey with the Rehoboth Bay Sailing Association. Savor the freshest sandwiches at Primo Hoagies in Ocean City. And meet X Squad enjoying their summer. Coast Life, Monday at 4 on Coast TV.
Whenever, wherever, we're meant to be together. Why you gotta be so
Sun-Kissed Summer Mixtape on 102.5 WBOC.
Brought to you by Baths by Spicer Brothers.
The paid parking season in Dewey Beach runs from May 15th to September 15th, but if town commissioners get their way, that could be extended by a month. And more parking changes were up for discussion as well this week. Coast TV News reporter Charles Reinhardt takes us to Dewey to find out more.
April Wells walks through Dewey Beach with her dog, Cody. She says she doesn't understand why the town would want to extend paid parking season.
I really don't see a lot of benefit to that. Really, by the end of May and the end of August, middle of September, it's pretty quieted down here. and maybe on the weekends during those times, but I don't really see a lot of benefit to increasing the time.
Town commissioners are discussing extending the dates you pay to park from May 1st to October 1st. That's an extra 30 days compared to the current time of May 15th to September 15th. We reached out to Town Manager Bill Zolper today for an interview, and he declined to comment right now. But he did say in a recent commissioners meeting that the town is missing out on a lot of money and that a change like this would greatly benefit Dewey Beach. According to Zolper, extending the paid parking dates would bring an extra $90,000 in parking, which the town would use to pay for expenses like lifeguards and trash collection. The town is also exploring putting an end to free parking on Monday through Wednesday evenings. Carol Everhart at the Rehoboth Beach Dewey Beach Chamber of Commerce relies on that free parking for events like bonfires.
The movies and bonfires for the chamber, they're run by sponsorship. It touches sponsorship, it touches sponsorship packages, it touches our budget and our employees. So we would like to retain all of that.
If either of these proposals are passed, they would not go into effect until next summer.
These ideas have been tabled for now. They're expected to continue when summer ends. DelDOT is warning drivers of an emergency closure on Blanchard's Road in Bridgeville due to a failed crossroad pipe. DelDOT says the affected area is between Adams Road and Route 36. They expect the road to stay closed through mid-September as crews replace the pipe. Detours have been put in place. Maryland State Police is looking for new troopers. They say the starting salary is over $65,000. State Police say troopers have the opportunity to earn an associate degree at no extra cost. They say troopers also get a take-home car, paid leave, and a generous retirement package. To apply, visit the Maryland State Police website. Still ahead on Coast TV News at 11, teaching them while they're young. Details on a DenRec youth aquatic program. That's coming up soon after this break.
Well, a much cooler week is on the way to the coast, but some storms could impact our area at times. I'll have your beach forecast coming up just after the break.
Party decor and more. The store that has all your party supply needs. Festive holiday decor, game day team supplies, balloons that are safe for the sky, announcing a special surprise, and of course, something for every birthday year that flies by. Party decor and more. The only party store at the beach. Midway Shopping Center in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware.
Calling all local businesses. This fall, it's time to shine at Draper Media's Shore Living Expo, a free event for visitors. Join us Saturday, September 30th at the Wicomico Youth and Civic Center, presented by Spicer Brothers and Pohanka of Salisbury. Extend your reach, showcase your products, and build relationships that matter. The Shore Living Expo, where you can shine as we celebrate health, wealth, and home. Sign up to be a vendor today. Visit WBOCevents.com.
Jay Leno.
These French guys are smooth, aren't they? I do declare, Mr. Henry.
And Kevin Eubanks.
But I'll tell you what, Kev's going to give you $100, right, Kev?
Bring their own twist.
Get out of here, really? No, you get out of here.
To a TV classic.
Let's play You Bet Your Life.
If I come home broke, my wife gonna kill me.
It's all fun and games.
Weekdays at 11:30 on WRDE Coast TV.
Well, some fantastic weather certainly moved into the area for the second half of the weekend here along the coast. Yesterday we dealt with the storms, we dealt with the heat. Today it was much more comfortable. We saw dry weather return and the sunshine return, and it's still looking pretty gorgeous out there this evening as I take a live look out on our Dry Tech camera at the Ember Center. I see a few people out there enjoying this nice weather, playing around a mini golf out there in OC. Temps sitting right around 72 degrees at this hour. Temps all across the region in the 60s and 70s, so it's rather comfortable for late July. 70 in Bethany Beach, it's 71 on the boardwalk in Rehoboth Beach, it's 68 in Milton, 70 in Millsboro, and 69 degrees currently in Milford this evening. Dew points, they're in the low to mid 60s, so much more comfortable than where they were just really 24 hours ago when we saw dew points in the low 70s 24 hours ago, and then 36 hours ago they were close to 80 degrees. So much more drier air has moved into the region. Live radar, not a whole lot going on. What you're seeing is just a bit of ground scattering, so no rain to speak of, and we're going to stay dry for at least the next several hours. But there is a little disturbance moving in from the north and west, so we're likely going to see a round of showers move through the area very early tomorrow morning, and then maybe a second round of some isolated storms during the afternoon hours. But I want to just advise you, it's not a washout, so certainly you don't need to cancel any outdoor plans you may have tomorrow. If you are heading to the beach, still looking like a pretty good day to head to the beach. Isolated storms late Monday afternoon, temps right around 81 degrees. Tuesday and Wednesday, we're good to go. Sunshine, temps in the low to mid 80s on Chincoteague Island, upper 70s on Aztec Island. Fenwick Island and Ocean City, upper 70s tomorrow. Showers early. They clear out by about 8 to 9 a.m., and then we see the chance of some storms, but probably after 3 to 4 p.m., and widely scattered, really isolated storms that most of us won't even see. Tuesday, Wednesday, we're dry. Temps in the upper 70s to low 80s in both Ocean City and Fenwick Island. Lewis and Rehoboth Beach, pretty similar. Showers early, a few isolated storms late on Monday. 82 degrees in Lewis, 79 in Rehoboth Beach, and then sunshine. Lots of sunshine Tuesday and Wednesday with highs in the upper 70s to low 80s. So some pretty great weather for heading to the beach over the next couple of days. So we can see on our futurecast, here we go. There's that round of showers. This is 8 a.m. Monday morning. Showers are moving through. They quickly race through the area. By noon, the sun shines back out. It's looking pretty nice out there. But as we push into the afternoon hours, our in-house futurecast does show. There we go. There's that one isolated storm that develops. This is 4:30 in the afternoon. So we get a good 6 hours where we're completely dry out there, and then just a hit or miss shower or thunderstorm during the afternoon hours. Rehoboth Beach, Lewis, you're still dry there. So really nothing that's going to be greatly impacting the day. Keep an umbrella handy, but you may luck out and not even need it at all. And then as we head towards Tuesday afternoon, lots of sunshine, temps climbing into the low to mid 80s. Inland, 70s and 80s at the beaches. Wednesday, also looking pretty great. Starting out in the 60s early, back in the 70s and 80s during the afternoon hours. So some pretty fantastic weather for the month of July and then really heading into August. So our Face of Grace UV index forecast for the next 5 days. UV index of 8 to 10 through Thursday. So it only takes about 15 to 25 minutes to burn, spending that much time outside to burn. So make sure you're wearing that sunscreen. Limit your time outdoors between about really noon to about 4 o'clock, maybe as early as 10, but it's going to be beautiful weather. You still want to get outside. Just wear that sunscreen. 7 on Friday, because we are going to see some increase of clouds and maybe some more thunderstorms that last throughout the day. Our Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 7-day forecast. Isolated storms tomorrow, showers early in the morning tomorrow. Temps still climb up to about 84 degrees. Tuesday, Wednesday, dry completely. Mostly sunny, temps in the mid-80s. Scattered storms late Thursday, early Friday, and then maybe another round of storms late Friday afternoon. And then take a look at next weekend. Gorgeous. Sunshine and highs in the upper 80s.
A reminder, you can hear Coast TV news and weather updates throughout the day on our family of radio stations, Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 FM, on 93.5 The Beach, and on Big 107.7. And the 2024 Paris Olympic Summer Games run from July 26th through August 11th. Artists, listen up. The Delaware Division of the Arts has opened up applications for a pair of grants. One of these grants is for an individual artist fellowship. Awards are $5,000 for emerging artists, $8,000 for established, and $12,000 for masters. The deadline for this grant is August 1st, so it's coming right up this upcoming week. There's also an opportunity grant that awards money on a quarterly basis, covering material costs up to $1,000. The next deadline for that grant is October 1st. You do need to be a Delaware resident, be at least 18 years old, and you can't be enrolled in the degree granting program. And more art fans, the Delaware Beach Boardwalk Arts Festival is returning for its 45th anniversary this year. The festival will feature over 100 artists showcasing and selling their work. Creations on display include paintings, photography, woodwork, metalwork, clay, baskets, and jewelry. You can check it out in downtown Bethany Beach on September 9th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Life in the Bay. Young anglers can soon learn more about aquatic life and fishing in the Delaware Bay. DNREC plans to hold a program at its Aquatic Resources Education Center. The agency says children 6 and older and adults will have the chance to see firsthand how to catch aquatic life along the shoreline. Programs start on Wednesday, August 9th. We've got a link to register on our website. If you've got furry friends at home and need to get them vaccinated or up to date on their vaccines, here's an event for you. The Brandywine Valley SPCA says it's offering a free vaccine clinic for dogs and cats on August 5th at the Delaware State Fairgrounds. In your health news tonight, a new study shows 4.5 minutes of vigorous exercise each day is associated with a roughly 30% lower risk of cancer. The authors say the exercise can be done in short spurts or all together. CNN Fitness contributor Dana Santis says anything that gets a person out of breath is what counts as vigorous. So that could mean taking the stairs, playing with your kids, or squeezing in a few mountain climbers. Those are tough. The study uses information from more than 22,000 people in a UK database. Researchers say it only shows an association between exercise and lower cancer rates, not causation. But the head of the study says reduced inflation and insulin resistance could be behind it. The study is out this week in the journal JAMA Oncology. And another new study showing that alcohol-related deaths in women are on the rise, especially in recent years. From 2018 to 2020, the rate surged nearly 15% each year. During that same time period, men saw an increase of about 12%. Both men and women have seen a rise among all ages, and while men are still 3 times more likely than women to die from alcohol use, these numbers show that the gap is narrowing. Researchers say biological differences could make women more susceptible to the effects of alcohol, like lower levels of alcohol metabolizing enzymes in the body. Women have also seen increased levels of stress-related and mood disorders, including issues that were heightened during the pandemic. Study defined alcohol-related deaths as liver disease, gastritis, or alcohol poisoning. It didn't include unintentional injuries or homicides that might be indirectly or partly linked to alcohol use. Still ahead, Slaughter Beach Canal Bridge. What projects and problems are ahead for that important connection? And a girl group that rescues animals. That's up next when we return after this.
Summer has arrived, and Rudy Marine is offering discounts along with closeouts and leftover deals on all boats in stock. Bentley Pontoons, Sunchaser, Jono Cruisers. Come to Rudy Marine now, because once they're gone, they're gone. Rudy Marine, where family boating begins.
Prepare for a seismic showdown as the East's most formidable travel softball teams storm the Eastern Shore, each battling to seize the esteemed title, the best of the best. Delmarva Sports Network puts you right in the heart of the action, delivering every electrifying swing, slide, and steal. Download the DSN app, stream USSSA games live, plus delve into our extensive archive of past and current games. Delmarva Sports Network, local teams, big dreams.
Summertime. Middays with me, April Brilliant. It's a feel-good show on your radio.
April is the easiest way to get through your workday.
She can play your favorite song.
She can help you find your furry friend.
The easiest way to get through your workday is with April.
She really makes you feel special.
Hey friends, hang out with me weekdays here on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 each day from 10 to 3.
Delmarva's classic rock. Big 107.7.
Summer is here, and Rudy Marine is offering huge discounts on the largest selection of top-quality boats in stock. We carry a massive Yamaha engine inventory ready for immediate delivery. Come to Rudy Marine now, because once they're gone, they're gone. Rudy Marine, where family boating begins.
One girl group in California is on a mission to rescue as many animals as possible. Check out how this group is making quite a difference.
For her entire life, Allison Ewan has loved animals.
They're friendly, but the thing is they all have like different personalities.
That's why when she heard about pet rabbits being dumped in Golden Gate Heights Park, she knew she had to help. Allison joined a group of volunteers led by an Oakland woman named Jessica to rescue some of the rabbits. Allison says it wasn't easy to get all of the rabbits thanks to the tall grass and vegetation here in the park. She tells me it took her and the other volunteers 3 days to get them all.
They're like all the way in there. The rabbit was like in a bush, and I was the smallest, and I had already netted one of them, so they sent me in.
This isn't an isolated incident, though. San Francisco Animal Care and Control says they and other shelters around the Bay Area are overwhelmed with the number of rabbits coming in, many of them after being left in local parks.
Domestic rabbits should not be dumped into the wild. They are not wildlife. They won't survive for long on their own.
To help with the overflow, SFACC is dropping rabbit adoption fees and asking people prepared for the commitment to consider taking one home. They say some of the rabbits have been sitting in their facilities for months, and they don't want them to be put down.
We do everything we can before we get to that point. And luckily, we have really good rescue partners.
As for Allison, she's happy the rabbits are now safe, and she's hoping soon they'll find a forever home.
Provide them space and attention and the right food, because we don't want people to take them on and then just dump them again.
This week, work began on the bridge on Slaughter Beach Road to improve the safety for people crossing. Coast TV News reporter Heidi Kirk shows us why this project could be the beginning of a series of bridge work in town.
2 ways in and 2 ways out of Slaughter Beach, a town known for its bay beaches and connected by these 2 bridges. Bob Wood is a citizen first and mayor second.
Several of the other beach towns along only have one entrance, and that really was one of the reasons why I decided to buy a house here, because you did have another way out.
This bridge over Slaughter Creek is up for replacements of the pile jackets that hold it up. The Delaware Department of Transportation says that work is preventative.
Replacing these pile jackets will ensure the longevity of the bridge itself. That way we don't have to replace the entire bridge.
A replacement is already what's ahead for the other bridge that leads into Slaughter Beach. DelDOT announced its plans to rebuild the second bridge next year, with a bridge that can withstand the flooding and erosion that's common here. It's a project the mayor says is a long time coming.
If they're not maintained, and when these have gone down before, it starts to worry you kind of right away. Because what happens if that one goes down and this is the only one we have, that could be a really big problem.
The bridge work here on Slaughter Beach Road is expected to wrap up sometime in late August. And as far as that bridge replacement project goes, it's unclear exactly when it will begin, but DelDOT says their hope is to start sometime in 2024. In Slaughter Beach, I'm Heidi Kirk, Coast TV News.
The procession of National Night Out events continues this upcoming week in Georgetown. Town is hosting their event on Tuesday, August 1st from 6 to 8 p.m. National Night Out events offer the community a chance to meet and interact with police and local first responders in the area. The Georgetown event will be held at the Richard Allen School. After the break, here on Coast TV News at 11, a promotion at the Brandywine Valley SPCA, details on how you can adopt. That's next when we're back after this.
It starts with our oldest family tradition, artisan bread, topped with the finest hand-sliced meats and cheeses. Add in the freshest locally grown produce, but don't forget the In our house, it's not just a hoagie, it's a primo.
Living a good life means being healthy. But what does it mean to be healthy and stay healthy? It means getting the right kind of care. Right here. And convenient. It means having the right hospital to coordinate the delivery of health care for the entire community. Atlantic General Hospital. We'll put you on the right path to good health and keep you there.
Experience the thrill of the race with Post Time with Heather Vitale, only on the Delmarva Sports Network. From the energetic sprints at Ocean Downs to the hard-racing action at Ballysdover, all the way to the vibrant atmosphere of Harrington Raceway, we bring you the true pulse of harness racing. Sunday mornings at 8 and 11:30 on DSN, DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com, or on the DSN app. Post Time on Delmarva Sports Network.
Never miss a game for your favorite local team. Take the DSN app with you wherever you go. Whether you're out to eat, camping with friends, or at home relaxing with your family, the DSN app notifies you when your team is on live so you can watch the game as it happens or watch videos on demand. Keep up with local sports all from one app. From your mobile device to Fire Stick, Roku, and Apple TV. Download the DSN app today. Driven by Preston Automotive Group.
Welcome to the final score right here on the Delmarva Sports Network.
Watch Delmarva's only live and local sportscast. Final score on DSN.
What a win. So glad we were able to capture that here on the Delmarva Sports Network.
5 days a week, the final score is bringing you live coverage of local sports teams and games.
He shoots it, he scores for the game winner.
The final score, weeknights at 10:30 p.m., only on Delmarva Sports Network.
It starts with our oldest family tradition, artisan bread topped with the finest hand-sliced meats and cheeses. Add in the freshest locally grown produce, but don't forget the In our house, it's not just a hoagie, it's a premium.
The Brandywine Valley SPCA wants their Barbies and Kens to find their dream houses with a promotion that ends in the next couple days on August 1st. There are waived adoption fees for certain pets, applying to cats 6 months and older and dogs who are at least 1 year old and 40 pounds or more. There's no better time than the present to bring a furry friend home. And shelter manager Gina Anderson explains why the summer is an even better time.
The summer is a really great time to adopt because usually people spend a little bit more time at home, gives the animals more time with the people to adjust, and the families just more time to spend with their pet before they get back to a busy work day.
Again, this promotion is running until August 1st and applies to all Brandywine Valley SPCA locations.
Well, we enjoyed some absolutely gorgeous conditions to wind out the weekend here along the coast, and we're still enjoying some pretty comfortable weather conditions this evening as we take a live look out on our Gateway Subaru camera at the Commander Hotel. Looking pretty quiet this evening in Ocean City. Temps sitting right around 71 degrees. We're going to be falling down into the mid-60s overnight. Clouds will start to build in, and we could even see some showers by the time we wake up tomorrow morning. But the good news is tomorrow's not going to be a washout. There's certainly going to be plenty of time where we do see that sunshine before another round of some isolated to scattered storms arrives during the afternoon hours. But don't cancel those outdoor plans. You can still get outside. Temps looking quite comfortable. Temps climbing into the upper 70s to low 80s, even the mid 80s across the inland locations of Delmarva. So just isolated storms tomorrow, and then our Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 10-day forecast. Well, take a look at this. We're climbing up into the mid 80s with sunshine both Tuesday and Wednesday. Looks gorgeous. Thursday, most of the day is sunny. Storms, they develop during the evening hours. So if you get out early in the day, you should be good to go. Temps climbing up to about 84 degrees. More scattered storms on Friday. Friday, we're going to see scattered storms throughout the daytime hours, especially during the morning. Temps climbing up to about 86 degrees. And then next weekend, it is looking fantastic out there. Sunshine both Saturday and Sunday. No rain to speak of. Temps in the upper 80s to close to 90 degrees. It's going to be a beautiful weekend to head to the beach, maybe. 88 degrees with some storms the following Monday. And well, we just continue that trend of temps right around average to slightly below average, but still quite pleasant with those highs in the 80s.
Thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app. Game Time with Boomer is up next. We'll see you tomorrow morning for Coast TV News Today, starting at 5 a.m. Have a wonderful night.